Hi, I am Silvio, and this is an unusual spot for me to start a new video. But today it is Saturday, October the 11th, 2025, and guess what? It is finally time for my annual trip to Peraga Christmas store. Okay, so my favorite Christmas store of the entire world, simply because it is almost near where I live. I just have to get the highway and travel for 40 miles, 25, 40 miles, 40 kilometers, 25 miles around that. And another big surprise is that today it is once again sunny. After an awful September, plenty of water pouring down from the sky, we got a pretty amazing start of October. And since the first day of this month, of this fall month, we got nothing more, nothing else than sunny days. It is still 20 degrees Celsius outside. That is amazing for October in northern Italy. Uh, 50, 60 miles from the tallest mountains in Europe. And so I guess you will get once again a close look to the perfect country we have around this city, around Turin where I live, and maybe you will get some touch of the fall colors, of the fall leaf colors. I hope so. So enough. Let's get to the highway. Well, finally I'm here. It is a little late than usual. It is 20 past 1 p.m. so almost an hour later than my usual time of arrival here at Peraga. But guys, all around, and I can show you all around. Let me get a close view all around. I have a so beautiful country all around, and it is very sunny. I can get the sun behind me if you want right now, and this is the main parking lot. So right now it is practically empty, simply because as always, as tradition in Italy, right now it is lunchtime. And by the way, this is the second week they opened, the second weekend. Yes, they opened the Christmas department last weekend, so fresh new, and it is always better to come here at the beginning of the season in order to get a close look to everything they had on store right now. Otherwise we risk, or I risk, to have to come here and have the store completely empty, like ravaged by some savage hordes, etc. And let me switch to the other camera. So guys, I've switched the camera simply because it is too good here to not let you see this fantastic park outside here. It is also a garden store during the normal season, so you get plenty of flowers. I already told you there is plenty of plants inside. A fountain right in the middle there, you can see the fountain, and it is in plain middle of the country, obviously. So once again here I am, and sunny, yes, fantastic weather. During these 10 first days of October, it has been a fantastic weather, fantastic season, fantastic start of fall season. And the only problem today that I have coming here is that I don't know what to buy, sincerely, because it's not a secret then that this season, this 2025 season, Lemax/Limax has an awful collection, sorry, but Caddington collection, it is so awful this season. You get lucky in the US with Michael's collections, reserved Lemax Michael's collection, because it is way better than all the rest of the collection. There are some interesting pieces, but they are not in porcelain, they are in resin. And so I don't know, sincerely, if I will buy something today here, but it is tradition, my family tradition dictated, so I have to buy something, maybe not from Lemax, but let's see, let's get inside. Well, guys, I am here inside right now, and you have seen the entry point, very, very beautiful as always. They had some mechanical movements, some mechanical Christmas animals, some reindeers, some bears, some horses, also some zebra. Very strange to have zebras during Christmas time here, but it is like that. And I also got some electrical problem when I came in. It was a little too dark. Maybe I will reshoot it when I will get out, because now it is working. They had the light that has abruptly gone off, and now it is on, and not that crowded, not that much of people right now inside, but having arrived 1 hour later than usual, some people are in here, guys. This is a huge Christmas store. It is very well known all around the country here, Norton, all around Turin. Everyone comes here, and it is always better to come here at the beginning of the season. I have already seen that some of the main features for this 2025 have already gone in just 1 week, but let me start as always with the villages they have set up. The awful sound that you are hearing in the background, once is the radio inside here. Second one, I think it is the tac 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 you are hearing, is due to the Halloween section there, as always. But let me get to the village. Okay, guys, so I'm starting with the Halloween setup here, because they are obviously, it is not a surprise that Lemax nowadays is doing so much more interesting thing for Halloween village than for Spooky Village than for everything else. Okay, those are very interesting building, and the awful sound is coming from this section. I haven't identified right now what it is doing such an awful sound. Maybe something that is not working, but I have here, you can see every scenes inside, and unluckily for me, I will never do an Halloween village. And look, maybe you can see that you also have some smoke coming out from the nose of that attraction there, and they are very beautiful managed, very beautiful designed, engineered. Everything is perfect if you are into Halloween, to Spooky Town, into Spooky Village there. And also the scenes inside are magnificent. I don't like those stairs, you already know it. And pretty good here to have this section here, the castle there. It is spooky with Wolfman coming out there. No, it is a school queen or a school king coming out, gargoyles moving. And one of those two attractions, I don't know if it is the ball, the spooky ball here, or the smoke and mirrors magic shop, is doing some awful sound, but I cannot identify the movement. I simply hear something that is clicking, etc. So unluckily for me it is not. Please look also inside the smoke and mirrors. There are ghosts appearing and disappearing inside the scenes there. Everything is there and not bad at all, but as you know, I'm not into spooky villages. Otherwise I would have spent a fortune, because if something needs to be said about Lemax is that they point and they go all in with the spooky village, and it is a pity because they are not doing the same thing for other collections such as Caddington, such as Vale Village, and etc. But Spooky Town and Spooky Village is top notch, and also all the figurines are extremely well made, extremely well designed, etc. So Spooky Town, if you are into Spooky Town villages, it is a must. Here guys, let's get a quick look to the Christmas. They have a huge carnival section this year. So this is all the new buildings from North Pole section, from the North Pole section, from yes, everything. Those are the new attraction. Each small houses for all the Santa's, reindeers, Cupid, Vixens, Franny, Blitzen and Comet, and then the last one is Donner, obviously. Dancer and Dasher there in the corner, and all the new attraction are placed in the front there. The trees from last season, etc. These are new figurines there going around on a reindeer. As always, they have too much hot air balloons and Christmas sleigh there, and Santa's on the Christmas sleigh getting around guys. It is, for me, it is a sword in my heart having such attraction like that. Hot chocolate spa there. The trees are from last season. The elf made toys there, also very beautiful. And for North Pole this is a must. Also just remember that all the buildings from this collection here are in resin, nothing is porcelain. That's why maybe they are colorful and they are such well done, because it is always difficult to have a many things done with porcelain. But as always, when Lemax designs something with some figurines in front, they are out of scale. Just look at Santa's figurine there, and those figurines in front of there are too small. Even if they are elves, they are small, because standard elf have that dimension there. Those two ones have another dimension, are smaller. And we have plenty of those buildings for every collection this season that have figurines in front of the building, and each figurine, it is out of scale with other figurines just around. But this is something new, something old, etc. And the stables there, I don't know, maybe they are from last season if I remember correctly. But okay, they did some interesting thing. All the houses for the reindeers will occupy a very good amount of space. There, what it is there, the small table accent, I can call them table accent, with the train and Santa getting around. And those ones are a little better in scale with the rest, but not that much. Here, guys, as always, they have just the loco getting around, I think because of last year that someone stole all the wagons, but it is rolling too fast. Here it is the very important carnival section, because you know how many new attractions for these collection here, for the carnival collection. This is very interesting, guys. If you are into carnival section, it is very interesting. Something is going too fast for what I consider good for a carnival. Here the giant carousel as always, and they never corrected it, having no one riding the horses, and it is a big mistake, and everyone should know by now. The giant wheel, okay, too, and the giant wheel too has some problems of visibility, I think, and it is the old ones were better, I think. Okay, giant thing, the two. Okay, compared to real life, the speed of that attraction is too high. Okay, they would have been crushed everywhere in real life with that speed. But it is a good attraction if you have. I will show you the other side once I get to the other side. Those are the old ones. Okay, those are the old ones already from last season. They got there the glider slider, but it is not working here. The track. Oh no, yes, it is sliding. You have the only skier there that is going, and that is the glider slider, guys. Some magnets attached to the figurines, and you can build the path you want with the glider slider. And here last season it was less visible, but with this glider slider you can get everything and movement, even if it is not natural, because it is the entire figurine moving and not as in general happen. It is all the body that is moving. This one is making an awful sign, the free zone, the drop down below. But glider slider is absolutely well, if top notch, if you want to make some cars have movement. Okay, car, vehicles, etc. Glider slider is top for that. A little too dark here, with classical as always being there, and the water mill there. It is not bad having the water mill there, and maybe it is one of the best attractions for the I have seen in the last seasons. Okay, and with water getting through and the water mill there. This is supposed to be Vale Mountain. Okay, if I'm correct, this is supposed to be Yes, it is supposed to be Vale collection. Okay, Vale Valley collection. No, I call that Northpole, but it is Santa's Wonderland. I was missing the name of that collection. Sorry, guys, it is Santa's Wonderland. And but this is so classical. This is somehow interesting, but as always, and you know that I don't like it, having Lemax in the mood of continuously adding big giant things on top of the roof there. A little bourguignon set, a little giant bourguignon set, or fondue set on top of the roof there, the red one, giant casserole there. And I don't like that, but maybe you do, guys. So very loud sounds in here. Let's get around. So this is Caddington, guys, so it is a little better for me. So over the top sweater shop. I think it is from last season. Clearview Post Office, yes, it is from last season. Holly Jolly Junction, it is from one of the sets they introduced this season. All the buildings from past season, at least 10-12 years ago, in some set with something they added. Interesting to have made the waiting area there for the train. So here it is a mixed buildings. These two, it is Lucy's Chocolate Shop, but it is from the new set they introduced this season. Plenty of facades, new facades there. So the big church, the Noël in Alsace. Alsace is a northern department in France, and it is near the border with Germany. So Alsace has some German influences mixed with some French influences. So Noël in Alsace, but those are typical buildings mixed from France and Germany mixed together. That is to new facade. Very interesting facade. Once again, I don't do facades, but if you want to buy some facade, you need to buy those two ones. They are giant. Look at the ants. I don't think if they are ants or I don't know, but strange animals on the roof. Maybe they added the wrong design for those birds there. And but also the yard shopper there, it is Irish, maybe some Irish scenes there, pub in etc. It is the giant tree. Those street lamps are very interesting, very well modeled and designed, but as always with Lemax lights are too fade and too orange. Okay, too fade and too orange, but how they modeled those street lamps, I will show them if I get in touch with them. They are too fade. This is not from a set, an old set they introduced, but it is a new building from this 2025. It is Tiny Teams Toffee Makers. And please, but look at how different was the design with Lemax once upon a long time ago. This also, it is the Christmas shop they introduced with the new set, the set of all the buildings. Those ones and Lucy Chocolate Shop are much more good looking than the new buildings for the new collection. Lucy Chocolate Shop, it is a must for every collection. It is one of the best model buildings. Also the shop, they are similar in model and design. This Christmas shop, nothing to compare with Nora's Christmas Boutique, but it is from 2018, Nora's Christmas Boutique. This is earlier, but those buildings were fantastic, modeled, nothing to do with nowadays. They shouldn't have placed these awful getting around and around and around hot air balloons, because it is not natural. I will not repeat myself. Those are the introduction for this new season, but they made once again a mistake. The two people in front of cup of cheer, they are not in Victorian era clothes, they are too modern there. So they mixed the couple here is pure Victorian, everything is pure Victorian. This one is so good, guys. Okay, it is good, but they copied it from an old Louisville figurine. Maybe one day I will show them to you. Christmas war there, okay, they are not too complex to do. Okay guys, but something may be added to your Victorian here, to your Caddington collection, some not. What I can add, you can probably add the first one, the Hansel and Gretel's sweet shop, maybe, yes, obviously. Then something, the cup of cheers, no, because of the two figurines in front of it, but maybe you can add them if you want. The rest there, another facade there, the Burger Cafe there on the corner there, right side, but I have nothing to say against those facades. They introduced absolutely well done, well designed, all of them. Let me get around once again here around the corner. And okay, so here it is, the rest of the collection. And also once again all the facades there, all the facades not entirely new, okay, but not all of them are new. This one is the same facade you have just seen from the other side. And this carousel here, it is much more interesting. And guys, this has almost the same dimensions as the previous giant carousel. Maybe not the roof there. The carousel you see is there with the red and white roof down there in the corner there, guys, under that. But this carousel here, they finally had some people getting around. You also go with some mirrors inside. It is much better, and luckily it is not Victorian, it is more modern, but you can add. This is the smallest carousel, okay? Maybe I will show you the box if I can find here the carousel. But this carousel, let me compare. Okay, let me do a quick getting around the tour. You have just that carousel there, and the old one is from the other side, and the previous carousel maybe add some much more interesting top of the carousel, with the top there with the design that is very Victorian at this time, okay? But the people, also glasses there in the middle, but no people riding the horses, and not having people riding the horses, it was a big problem for that carousel. It is a little better, maybe a little too modern compared to the other with some yellow LEDs, etc. But this one, it is, I think, much more interesting. Up to you to judge, even if the ideal mix was the top of the old carousel with this movement here. They should have made a 2.0 version of the old giant carousel. Music festival there with the big top from last season, and so this is an interesting trailer there. Okay, the small, another awful hot air balloon. And some are new, some are old, but these carousel guys, get a look around. And this is the other section, the other half of the carnival section there, and this other side of the carnival section with the spin out there. And this is not for the carnival collection, but it is so the duck-hunt there. They introduced even that, the topsy-turvy there. Too quick, guys, too quick there. Look at how quick it is. Even it is very well good looking, etc. The correct speed of those attractions is the one there you got there, the classical ones. The new ones are too quick for a correct carnival section. And the clock tower here is not from this collection, it is from other collections. So think about all you are seeing right now. I don't know, ring toss, ski ball, cans, etc. Okay, good for carnival section. And some figurines are mixed from different, and the buck hunt there with two men with rifles shooting at the ducks there. It is good, interesting for any carnival section there. And here they go, nothing else is new. Yes, there the rolling roaster coffee there, it is also new. The truck there, but nothing to do with Victorian. It is too modern. It is a Volkswagen truck. Yes, it is a Volkswagen truck from the 70s. Modified truck there, small van there. Let me continue from this side here. Here, Lemax. It is big commercial for Lemax there. It is a good entry point for some of the Santa's Wonderland village. Okay, there the truffle factories from last season, etc. Obviously it is the same building placed two times, one beside the other there. And they made also some other interesting attraction here. The observatory is old. Okay, what is the dumpling dinner there? So they also added here in the corner something that has nothing to do with the Santa's Wonderland collection, but it is from Sugar and Spice collection there, and they added it. The Cranberry Hill Christmas boutique there, I cannot get closer to it, but these two, it is interesting for Santa's Wonderland collection. Okay, the Elf Workshop, I have it, and this is new. So the Tannenbaum Tower, it is new from Santa's Wonderland collection, with people getting once again another awful thing, the tree with the reindeers going around. But those ones, at least they have made them going up and down. But they aren't supposed to do it like that. The Tannenbaum Tower, it is also good. It has some shops for elves inside, and they get around. It is starting to get crowded right now. I am surrounded by many people right now, but it is normal for Saturday afternoon here at Praga. It is normal there, and so I think I have made all the turnaround there. Interesting. Just remember, everything here is a pure resin, nothing is ceramic or porcelain. Okay, I think, guys, that those are the sets they added there. I think yes, those are the sets they introduced this season. Let me take a look to if it is house set maison, and it is from 2025, Lemax collection 2025, but it is not a set. The Christmas cafe, it is not from an old version of it. It is from last season Christmas cafe. They added some more items to this set here, and it is a little expensive compared it to euros and US. Those one are 100, and it is better, I think. This one, it is yes, it is from an old set, the house there, the Christmas house. They added some white fences, some Christmas trees, some street lamps, and some figurines. These two, it is a new set. The house is from an old collection from Lemax, and 100 euros, so 100 USD. This is the same one. This is the same one. I'm not seeing all the other sets. Maybe they are already sold out, or they are somewhere else, but if I find them, I will get a touch. And the giant tree here, it is new. It is 2025 or 2024. No, it is 2025. So sorry, guys, I made a mistake. Oops. It is 140 euros. It is a Bluetooth Christmas tree. It is giant, guys, I think. Yes, it is giant. I don't see the dimensions there. It has sights and sounds, so it has music also. It is a musical tree. 2025 collection. I don't have the dimension here. I will get a look around, but judging from the box here, it is huge, and you have seen them. So 25, 50, around 50 centimeters tall, and it is not that bad. Okay, guys. Also the other side here, the glider sliders. Okay, platform 1 system, same price as last season, and so but you have the online website and the web store if you want them, but here it is how you make the figurines slide if you want to slide the figurines. Some other attraction in here. Let me get around if I can find the other sets, as Lucy's chocolate shop, etc. Here are all the this is the classical one, all the skating ponds, etc. This is vintage. This is 2009. It is one of the oldest skating sets they have, and it is always, and it is still one of the best ones for Victorian time. Another one is dressed in Victorian clothes, etc. Carousel, guys. I think this is, let me check the price and the year of production of this carousel. All the new table accent table pieces, 80 euros, 80 USD for this one, with the train getting around, etc. And also it is new for this season, and the reindeer, the trees with the reindeer you have just seen there. And yes, 2025 lighted and animated table accent. Okay, so this one, it is also 80 USD or 80 euros, guys. So if you watch correctly, if you are paying attention there, the old carousel there, it is much more in advance than the other old carousel, no, the new carousel that it is for me old. Okay, guys. And they have here in stock this is from 2013. Yes, 2013. This is from 2013, and the other carousel that it has no one getting around, and it is from 2018. So 5 years later, maybe maybe they are all dead, but I think it is much better, the old one, the one from 2013, with all the people getting around the giant carousel. So if you want to add a carousel to your Christmas village, get the one from 2013 and not the one from 2018. I'm still not seeing the sets. Okay, I have to watch around for the sets. The other sets, maybe they are already sold out, but I don't know sincerely if they are sold out or not right now. Those are the biggest ones, and they are not new, guys, but they are the biggest ones, and you have them here, and the year of production is 2023. And those ones are the biggest buildings you can add to your Christmas villages. And but I don't like, okay, the same thing as always for new buildings is that they add such giant attraction on top. This is from last season, very well, but it is pure resin and not. And this one was one of the top sales from last season, all around, or from 2 seasons ago. Let me check. 2 seasons ago or 1 season ago? 2 seasons ago. Last season was the Christmas choir in the park. Yes, it was from Christmas. Street lamps, but they are from 2023 and not today. But 10 euros, no, 11 euros, 11 USD for a couple of them. It is a little exaggerated, but maybe you can modify it, changing the LED inside. But I can model them very quickly if I wanted to do them like that. The rest of the street lamps are classic street lamps, some trees. They don't have that much trees there, yes, but those are classical trees. Some backgrounds from my village, the backgrounds, and I will not use my village background this season. I will use another type of background. Those are the accessories for the glider sliders. Okay, also you can add some more tracks elements to the glider slider. This is the inside movement, and you need to cover it with something, but you can see there the magnets getting around, and those two addition are 16 euros for this addition here, additional parts. This is for the railroad, tracks for the railroad. The stairs, always, I already told you about those stairs some time ago, some weeks ago, once or 2 weeks ago. And here the sets, I can't see the sets. Maybe they are somewhere else, but not here. Let me go around. Those are, yes, the elves' houses. Okay, here you have the Comet and etc. Yes, those are from 2025. A little expensive, 30 euros, 30 USD for each of those ones. Beautiful, yes. Good, yes. Good looking, yes. But if you wanted to buy all of them, you have to spend a fortune. Comet, this one is not for this collection, it is Dancer, 6 or 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 210 euros for having all 7 of them. But they are good looking, guys. If you want all of them, you need to spend so many money. Dancer, Blitzen there, Dasher, Donner, 30 for each of them. Exaggerated as always, recently with Lemax. A little too exaggerated, but maybe, I don't know, I have to think about them. The Village Express, but as always, this is not in scale with Lemax buildings. This is too small compared to Lemax buildings. Okay, let me get around. I want to see the other sets. Maybe they sold out. They are sold out. Those are news. Okay, Santas. These two, it is the new one, the two additional, the ones that I told you it is too quick. 250 for the Frenzy there. Yes, it is from 2025, and so it's a Fireball Frenzy, but it is too quick. This one 67, 68, it is the Santa's Peppermint cups there. 80 for that one, the new one, 100 for the most interesting. The Runaway is late, it is the most interesting one for your carousels. And this one too, but 200 for it. It is too modern, but I think the best ones are the 3, even if I don't like how they made the movement. Okay, and the Runaway is late also. The most interesting, and Lemax trains are not in scales, guys, as always. This is new also, the Tannenbaum Tower, 132 for the Tannenbaum Tower. It is a good piece, guys. If you want to buy it, do it, because it is such an interesting piece there. 2025, the Tannenbaum Tower Christmas shop. but it is resin, guys. It's not porcelain, okay? It is resin, just remember. Everything in here, it is pure resin. Even the paint, hardware tools, it is new 2025. But all these Santa's Wonderland collection, resin, pure resin. A set of trees, the train from the other side here. From the other side here, the same thing. Okay, guys. Okay. I don't know, sincerely. It's too much for me because I don't have a carnival section. But if I have to choose for a carnival section, the runaway slate and the tree there. But this is not for carnival, it is also for Santa's Wonderland. But a Christmas tree in North Pole, in Santa's Wonderland, I don't think it is well suited. It is anyway North Pole, it is not normal climate there. Okay, the Bluetooth one. Okay, let me get once again to the tree, guys. Let me get to the giant tree. To the giant tree that it is to Caddington section, I think. And to Caddington section. So 140 euros for this tree here, guys. It is an important piece, guys. So my ends are 25, let's say 25, between 40 and 50 centimeters tall. It occupies a giant amount of space, but the lights are correct, but you can have anything around, so it occupies a big amount of space, okay? And 140. The star here is not flashing anything. You have some green, white, blue and red micro LEDs or mini LEDs there, but it is an important one. 140, guys, 140. And from this side here, all the collection of the figurines, all the figurines for every collection. They reintroduced this set here. Very interesting, guys. It has become one of the rarest one, but they have something interesting. I will check them later. But all the figurines for everything here. Even some fancies, Santas, etc. Some wall or some cobblestone streets there, roads as always. Some Christmas tree, some illuminated Christmas tree, etc. And something is more interesting than all others. I will get a look to them lately. Obviously this Lemax section, it is the most visited, so I needed to make all the tour around before it gets too crowded. And I still have some section here to see. This is the new skating pond with all the snowmen getting around. Here something new also for Vale Village, I think. Yes, Winter Holiday Lodge there. This is for Vale Village, another the biscuit basket, and they are much more interesting. And those are porcelain, guys, if I'm remembering correctly. Yes, porcelain. They are all porcelain. So much more interesting, but not that Victorian for me, for my Caddington collection 2025. Also this one too, but the people are buying group pizza there, 195 it are from 2025 too. And let's get around here. No, this is the mail I was seeing before. It is new. Okay, no, I haven't made a mistake, guys. It is new, but it is so heavy. So heavy, 220. Yes, this is the mail. Sorry, guys, but it is from last season. Maybe they market new, everything it is new for this 2025 season, but they market it 2025, but it is 2024. Maybe they didn't get it produced in time last season. Okay, I was making a mistake between this one that is not new with the mill there, the water mill there, and this one too. So 220 for this one, and the previous one I've shown you is 160, and it is from 2022. So the new one, it is better, I think, with all the animals and dogs, some illuminated Christmas tree, the water getting around, falling down from there, getting on the wheel and getting around. But 220, and it is huge. It is also heavy, more than 2 kilograms, I think. But with all the movements, it is normal to have it like that. And so here you have the market stall. What it is there? The bait tackle charters. Okay, also there. It is new. Oh, something on the roof I haven't seen before. Some projector is projecting the lights right now on the roof there, on the ceiling. And the 52 more. Those are not from Caddington collection. Some are new, some are old, but guys, interesting the mail there. And still no sign of the kits there. Strange, because the Christmas shop kit I would have both it, the Christmas shop. I have seen something strange here inside these here that I don't think it is from Limax or anything there, but it is Air and Space Novelties Hangar Museum with something strange. Well, I don't know. It is, they have wrote nothing there. So I don't know why it is here. It has certainly some movements, because I can see that there is something, a group there to make movements. Maybe the aliens. This is not an alien. Maybe it will become an alien. A flying disc. Okay. It is something strange to have it here. But Area 51, or maybe this is 52, I don't know. Okay guys, let's get the last one. The last one around. Those are the new vans, the new minivan. It is like this one you have seen 22 for the minivan there. Musician, the new stands there for the carnival section, 45, between 40 and 45. That one is the most beautiful and the most interesting one, but it is not the new for this 2025. The ski ball there, it is 42. Music festival, it is from last season or 2 seasons ago. No, last season. Yes, last season, 2024. and they are all there, nothing new in here. The new trees there, they are lighted. 21 for this one. This one is a beautiful tree. If it is also lighted, maybe one I will add to my collection. Those one too, but they are not that good looking trees. Okay, those one, yes, they are good looking, some fir trees, etc., but those ones are top notch. Those are the new trees for Lemax this season, and all they have all micro LED micro LED inside, so maybe a couple of them, but the light here is one single color. Here I like more the multicolored lights, LED, so maybe I will get in touch with one of them, maybe not. Let me get in touch with the lady there. So guys, I just got confirmation from the manager there of the department, of the Christmas department, that they sold out all the remaining kits for this new season. They are waiting for the new ones, but they are sold out in just 1 week. Just in 1 week. Okay, so glass work is from last season. Aunt Mary, Aunt May's. This is new for this 2025 collection. It is a pity for the sets, because the one with the Christmas shop I would have buy it. It is 2023. I don't know why they put it new. I haven't seen it last season on the shelves there. But Aunt May's bakery. Well, this one is new. Yes, this one is new. I already seen it. Okay, these would have been one of my two choices, but they are porcelain. The sweet singer, flute, etc., music, etc. It is porcelain, guys. Sorry for the camera. It is porcelain. It is from 2025, porcelain lighted building. My only problem that I already know it, the two figurines will not be in scale, and they are modern clothed. Too modern. It is Caddington collection, but too modern clothed. The second one would have been this one, the Valerie's Viennese pastry, without this one, the giant cup, the giant teapot on top. Maybe yes, it is Victorian. Even the scene inside is Victorian, and the scenes inside is Victorian, almost Victorian designed. I don't know, maybe they made a mistake and designing it like that for this new season. But maybe I would have chosen that. I sincerely don't like the teapot there, the giant teapot. Even this one is new, the Beatrice Garden Supplies. All those ones are porcelain, guys. All those ones are porcelain. Even this one, it is the Smithy's brewery. Okay, this one too, it is good, but I don't think it is porcelain, this one. No, it is not, because they put it on it. The good looking ones nowadays are pure resin, and this is new, the Smithy's brewery also, and high prices. Okay, they are expensive this season, not that much. Okay, this one too is new, the Christmas cookie, not entirely Victorian for Caddington Village, etc., but it is new. It is from 2025, I think. Yes, not 2024 as usual. No, 2024. Those are, even on Lemax collection website, they are marked as new, but in fact they are from last season, from 2024. Maybe they hadn't time to put them on the market last season, so they put them on the market this season. And something new, something interesting, something not interesting at all. The Christmas cookie, the sweater shop is from last season. The toffee, this one too is from this season. Always putting something strange on the roof or on the facade of each building, and it's not good, guys. It's not good. 2025 Limax porcelain, even this one is porcelain. But no, guys, why putting those stockings on the near the roof here too? If this is Caddington collection, it should be Victorian. Those are modern way of making commercial publicity to everything you want, and it is not good like that. Okay, guys, so something new, something else new. This tower is not that bad, but it is not new, guys, as always. It is vintage 2010. It is vintage, one of the best, but one of the best Christmas clock tower they made. Holly Jolly Junction. Okay, Holly Jolly Junction, it should have been the set, this one, but it is not. It is 2024. Holly Jolly Junction, it is 2024. And you also have the set with the same building, but they haven't there the set there. This one too, it is new, guys, but I already know that the figurines will not be in scale, and this one too is not porcelain. This one is resin too exaggerated to have this one, and it is once again resin, because the more interesting thing, they are not in porcelain, and with the teddy bears on top of it. The Santa's Wonderland tower there you have seen, it is 2025. It is obviously resin, because everything for Santa's Wonderland it is in resin. And the fountain, it is always a classic there, the fountain, etc. And it is old, guys, okay, I think 2017. It is one of the oldest fountain, and one of the no, 2016, guys. So the fountain, it is from 2016, and they still have one catalog, but they haven't anything else for fountains in catalog. And everything I've shown you, everything already from this section here. No, this one too, it is the Holly Jolly, yes, but it is the Holly Jolly I've told you about some seconds ago. And there, let's get something from Louisville collection. And Louis collection is right here. Oh, what is there? Some table accent in correct scale, guys. Village News is from last season. I would have buy it, but yes, not 2023. It is always much more easy to find what you wanted from last season, this season. And those are news, but they are in scale, too modern for Caddington. Maybe this one not, but table accent, maybe too giant, maybe in scale, maybe not. It seems a little bigger than the normal scale from Lemax. And the stout there, it is from last season, the stout. Not 2024, yes, 2024. And the coffee shop, etc. Some shops here. All facades here. All the new facade now from Alsace is 115. 115 for the Noirs. The Artist Alley. The Artist Alley. Wow, huge. 2024. But they market new. Maybe they added it in catalog last season. Is from last season. Where is the second one, the new one I've shown you before? Maybe it is from the other side. But all the facades also are good looking, all the facades there. So let's get around. As always, Spooky Town became one of the top selling products from Lemax. Spooky Town, this one is wonderful, guys. Good looking. This stage here with all the skeletons dancing around with music, guys. They have such an amazing ideas for this collection. I don't think they have the same designer, the same modeler for this collection and the Christmas collection, but the artist that is designing this collection here, it is a magnificent artist. Magnificent artist. Absolutely amazing. Absolutely amazing. Once again, not in scale. Okay, here something not in scale. Here some Lemax, the big moon there. Is it really from 2025? It is from 2025 here, the North Pole romance scene there. Some table accent, some bands there, new from this 2025. No marching bands, no new marching bands. This one is beautiful, but it is huge to implement, but it is good looking, guys. 2004. I'm just coming to the same result each time. Old vintage production from Lemax was much better than what it is today. The production, gazebos, etc., bridges, gazebos. This one also, it is strange to have all of them here, and it is mixed. This one, it is not very vintage, but and they got it almost right. But guys, I'm still wondering what I will buy for this new season. First time, I don't know what to buy. This is 16. This is a good piece. This on 2020. I will have cars also. I modeled cars. And the puppet theater. Okay, I would love to add it. It is from 2023. Yes, 2023. But maybe I will show you another element from my mom's collection concerning the puppeteer. This is also a copy of Department 56 piece, and you will understand why I'm talking about that. This one also no bad at all, but it is huge and it has a huge base, guys. Almost impossible to hide. It is from 2023. The photographer, I own the photographer. This one, not that big, not that huge, and it is from 2024 and not 2025. They didn't have it in store here last season. Louville, they don't have big amount of things concerning Louville, but okay guys, nothing compared to the vastity amounts of things they have here from Lamax, but it is normal. Mary's goes around from Louville there. Let me see from the bottom if they stated the year of production. Yes, it is from last season, 2024, and it is a table accent movement, and inside lighted in movement, but no sounds at all inside. This is one of the best they made from last season. No, it is from 2012, and I can understand why they still have on on catalog, but these ones suffer from the same problem. The LEDs are too fade. And this one, it is new. They stated it is new. Let's check if it is new. No, it is 2018, but they stated new because they hadn't in catalog last season. It is the Candy Store. Maybe interesting, but it has the same problem as the ones I've already modified. The tree there, unwatchable, the tree. And those one are modeled. This is porcelain because it is very heavy. And let me check. Oops, sorry for the odd movement of the camera. They are 2024 last season, but they used the same technique. They used the Department 56 some years ago, because when you have to model something, especially the wheels in porcelain, you need to make them plain, otherwise they will break down. Figurines there from Louville, nothing interesting. I don't know why they don't put more effort on Louville. They are producing even nowadays so some interesting things. They just add this one that is new from Louville, and it is Santa's getting around on reindeer. It is not bad, nothing bad. Rudolph, but it doesn't have the red nose, so I don't think it is Rudolph. This one, they use it to do much more good-looking statues sometimes ago. This is from 2020. From 2020, they use it to make so much more interesting. This one, I have this one. This one too, also it is interesting if you want it. And it is from, let me get some more light here. '23. So guys, it is 3 p.m. and now it is really crowded. Okay, let me pick something there. I have to buy something, so because it is mandatory for me. So this tree here, I will pick up one of those trees there. I don't know how they are lighted. I can see that I will have to modify it a little, but maybe those ones, the multicolored trees, lighted inside. Yes, one of those. Okay, took it. The other ones I don't like how they did them, so no. Let's take a look around the rest of the store. Okay, they switched it on. Not bad. It is, maybe they have it on kit there. It is so strange that it can be interesting to have it somehow. It is a collection. It is a collection item, I think. Lights department here with all the lights, the Christmas lights. Something new, something old.
Christmas time was drawing near. I had everything in order. A run we shoveled for the deer with lights around the border. Cookies laid out and stockings hung. Candy canes and sparkling snow. Children nestled, carol sung. Gingerbread and mistletoe. I hope you shim shim shimmies down the chim chim chimney tonight. Tonight, please shim shim shimmy down the chim chim chimney.
Okay, let's get a look to the Christmas creep section. I know maybe you aren't into dates, but here in Italy, I already told you, it is mandatory for 95% of the families to have a giant Christmas tree and the Christmas creeps inside their living room. I don't like to uniform myself, you already know that. And they are not that much colorful, but hey guys, we are talking about year 0, okay? 2025 years ago. Okay, so fountains, etc. Olive grinders there to make oil, obviously. Okay, this one is one of the most interesting, but you don't have any scale at all there. All mixed scales, and it is so what is the difference between this one and this one? The scale, guys. All mixed scales, they haven't made anything in the same scale. I don't know guys, it is a huge mistake, and the colors for me are too fade, and don't make me disappear from this earth. You know that I am not that religious person, so this is too religious for me. I will not talk about nonsense, just remember why this is no sense. So this is huge, guys, but 400 euros for this one, but it is out of scale, this one too, completely out of scale. I can understand why they made them so giant, because having such perfect movements, okay, you can't have them in small scales, okay guys. But those two ladies making some tissue there, well they are making some gray piece of maybe a carpet, maybe something like that, I don't know right now. But for having such perfect movement, you need to build giant things, and movement, lights inside, even the small movements, as always. It is a little dark inside here, but I think the camera will be able to get every movement, everything here too. The only thing that they are interesting is that they have movements. Everything have movements, unnatural movements sometimes, meals, etc. But they have movements, so they add movement to the Christmas crepes scenes. Not that colorful, not that modern. For someone, Caddington is already too old, too fashioned, old-fashioned. But those ones, what you can say about those ones from 2,000 years ago? Trees, standard trees for Christmas crepes, some lights, giant lights, because they use giant lights, and out of flow lights because they aren't LED, they are filament bulbs and they are out of flow, but they still produce them. Okay, it is out of flow. Having a light bulb that produces much more heat than light, it is out of the low nowadays. Those are standard pieces, trees. For once, I have to say that those trees are much more interesting than the ones from Lemax. Simply needed to color them, etc. But even the cheapest one are good looking, almost good looking. Prego. Even those trees there, guys, okay, they are made from some moss, but they are much more good looking. Not even the palm trees, much better. But this is plastic. This is natural. This is real wood with some moss, and this one too. But those are good looking. Forget the base there, but just the tree there, and much more interesting than the ones made by Lemax. And obviously here the most beautiful ones, as always. This is in scale with Lemax, maybe not that much at limit, but they are so well defined with respect to Lemax, guys. This one is a little too giant, okay. Is a little too giant, but look at the faces. They are absolutely amazing figurines, how they are made. And this is resin, guys. It's nothing else but 20 euros. But they are so good looking in details. All the details are amazing details. The bigger the scale, the best. The better are the details, etc. Even this one is so natural, so good looking, so perfect lineaments. Okay, even the girl here, so much more better designs for these figurines here. Not in scale, obviously, but such good looking. Let me see if I can get in touch with something that is 6 centimeters. This one maybe 6 centimeters, no, a little more than 6 centimeters. But once again, details. These maybe will fit inside some Lemax building, some Lemax village nowadays. Those are giant scale, yes, but look at the perfection of the lineaments of everything. So, and the porcelain, if it is shining, it is much better. So very well done. It's a pity that Lemax doesn't get this quality too, with the small figurines. Not in scale, not in scale. The singer there. The watermelon heater. There are giant perfection models there. Okay, those are in scale, perfectly in scale with Lemax. Yes, the same 6 centimeters, 7 centimeters. But look at how good they are. The design, this one too. Much better. The quality, guys. And resin, and you spend almost nothing. 6 euros. You can get a Lemax figurine for 6 euros. But the faces, look at the faces, everything, the details, everything so much more defined. And what else could fit inside a modern Christmas village, Lemax Christmas village? Not that much, but maybe this lady cellar here, the grape cellar. It's a pity. And this is standard quality, guys, in Italy for Christmas cribs figurines. Okay, yeah, those are giant, but those ones are all in scale with Lemax, guys. Look at the quality. Even and here the light is too yellowish, but even the Roman soldier here, the centurion. Okay. So much good quality, so better quality. The set here, not that much, 79 for all the 10 pieces. So guys, it is 5 o'clock, I'm finally out of Peraga. In the end, I didn't bought any new building from this 2025 collection, because the only correct one, almost correct one, was resin building. The other buildings from Caddington collection that were porcelain weren't that good for me, or had some problems for me. So first time ever I don't buy porcelain building from Lemax, but I bought something else from this 2025 season. At least one piece should be from 2025 season. And but I bought 2 buildings from vintage collections. I will show you them once I will get home. But it is like that. I bought some vintage figurines because I haven't told you, but even for what it's concerning figurines, Lemax didn't produce anything for the Caddington collection, and there were very few new figurines even from other collections. So 2 vintage buildings, the 3 you have seen me pick up, some other little stuff that I will show you once I get home. It is 5 p.m. I will get home not before 6 p.m. I think 7 p.m. or 6 p.m. maybe something later, because now I will find a lot of traffic on the highway, and but it is correct even now. And guys, behind me there is still the sun, okay, and it's not that down, and beautiful day, not a beautiful collection, not really satisfied, but I already knew that I would not found anything decent to buy this season. So what else, guys? Nothing. I bought some vintage figurines that I already had, but maybe considering the fact that they used to be broke, it is always better if you have spare, not for everything, but for the most successful figurines from those collections. Right now I have the sun right in face of me, so just let me get comfortable in my car, then I will see you will see me, not in face, but most probably I will show you what I bought once I can get home. Bye. Okay guys, it is still Saturday, October the 11th, but it is 4 to 7 p.m. Okay, so it took me a little longer to get home, but the highway was so engulfed of traffic. Okay, it was big mistake to getting there an hour later. Let me start with this new Lemax 3 there, that it comes with a screwdriver, it comes with a notice, and it has a C adapter, and obviously also the tree inside, and it should be lighted on. The base is a little too giant. Maybe I will have to modify the base, guys, because it's really giant, this base, impossible to hide this base. The screwdriver is for the battery container there, not the perfect screwdriver, but yes, how many batteries did it contain? Awful to use batteries nowadays, but it is like that, and also impossible to open. You have to get rid of the 3 AA battery, so 3 1.5 volt AA battery. I will not use the okay, so this is a battery container, but it has no connector, no plug, no female plug to get a standard 3 volt connector inside, and it is a 4.5 volt. Yes, it is 4.5 volt, because 3 batteries of 1.5 volt equals 4.5 volts. So let me take my C adapter, and I will switch it to 4.5 volts like that, and then I need to see if it works, and especially how it works. The tree there, let me plug in 4.5 volts and then switch on. It has only one function, on or off. Some branches are a little too bended, but it's not that bad to have those kind of trees that are standard from Lemax, with some micro mini, between mini and micro LEDs there like that. It is not the perfect tree, but I needed to bend there, and it is simple a standard LED chain there put on the tree. I sincerely hoped it was better than that, but I will use it anyway like it. So I could have done the same with no base at all. Maybe I will have to modify it, but this is new 2025, so maybe yes. But this is still another way to let you know that Lemax is still doing the same thing as always. The quality is getting lower and lower each season. Why there is no concurrent on the market capable to take the place of Lemax nowadays? I don't know. But guys, it is like that. Let me, okay, it will be my 2025 addition to my Christmas village. Okay, something from 2025 collection. The other buildings were awfully too low in quality to even think to get them into my village. I am sorry for that. And like that. Voila. Close it once again like that. What was very useful, and it, okay, no, so the screwdriver, I will put it inside later. 2 more canal fences set. You don't get never enough of canal sets, fences, of canal fences set, sorry guys. So a package of 4 and 4, 8. I had to replace the street clock that I damaged irremediably for my Cinderella scene last season. So here it is. Then some old figurines I hadn't bought before. This is from 2016 Lemax, and it is pure Victorian. The lady and the boy are Victorian. Him, the peanuts seller, no. That's why I always tended to the yes, no. But by the way, it's done. I bought it. Then from 2015, I was missing also this one. It is pure Victorian, pure stylish Victorian, with a top hat. The father giving up his top hat to place it on top of the snowman, and his son there. Thank you, Papa, thank you. Getting there. This is a trio that couldn't, I already have this is from 2005, but before it gets sold out and no more present on the market, I had to buy a spare trio, simply because this trio is very good. It is good. 2005. This is how good still was Lemax in that period of time. Then 2 statues, 2016, both from 2016. Yeah, they are useful for park. I could have 3D printed them, but hey, guys, I was there. Lemax already made them, even aged with some verdigris. So Shakespeare and Charles Darwin. Okay, then this one is from 2024, but I couldn't find it last season, and it is the last decent Victorian figurines Lemax produced this season. None were produced. Okay, no figurines at all for my Caddington collection. So this is 2024. The family, the happy family. The little girl is a little too Santa's for me, but it is a good trio to add, 2024. Then also from Lemax, this one too, it is from 2024, but it's not that invasive, okay? It's not that too giant, and oops, I simply need to open it. It is, as always, a table accent. Those single pieces are called table accent from Lemax/Limax, and I simply need to unlock it. I need to try to unlock it without damaging anything, like that. Okay, then just pull this out to avoid, okay, and then like that. Maybe the base is too big, but mom and daughter there getting on this carriage there. I can compare it to some vintage Department 56 from my mother collection I have, but I don't like how they made this like that, simply because it is a table accent. It is not porcelain, it is resin, okay, and it is not perfectly Victorian age, Victorian time, simply because the mother and the daughter have trousers and not a vest or something else, or a skirt, but have trousers. This is not a pure Victorian, but the hat, it is Victorian, so maybe it will fit inside everything. I will keep it open because before finishing I will compare it to the set, the one from my mother collection, another piece from my mother collection. Then from Louisville, guys, I go to this vintage barrel organ. It is from 20, I don't, I am unable to read it there, 2023. It is an organ grinder. This is my organ grinder, the one I 3D modeled and 3D printed and painted, exploded from the inside a couple of seasons ago, no, 1 season ago. It is absolutely vintage and Victorian, having an organ grinder with his dog, his puppy dog there. Then from Louisville, and that was 2023, Louisville has already started to lower the quality of the figurine. This one is from 2012, guys, and it is not from the golden age that was 2006 up to 2008. Those 2 seasons were magnificent for Louisville production, and those 2 guys are a must from Louisville, because they are the lamplighter. As always, the LEDs are not that powerful, and maybe I will have to replace them. Hopefully I will not damage them. Come on, get out, like that. But if I compare that figurine to the quality of these 2 guys there, a little different. This was still, this was already the new production with some figurines that have reduced the quality, but Louisville has always been good quality from that period. After 2013, 2014, they decreased so much their quality that it was almost the same as Lemax. And but I couldn't avoid to have those 2 couples there. I don't want to use some batteries, so I will use my AC adapter, but I needed to switch it back to 3 volts because it is 3 volts and not Lemax use a different light adapter, so Louisville use a different one, so I cannot use this one. I will use a couple of batteries I needed to get, so I took a couple of batteries. Let's see how faded those lights are, those LEDs are. Very fade, I knew it, they were very, very fade, but it is a figurine that you need to have, a duo that you need to have in any collection if you collect also Louisville and no, it will be too difficult to replace the two LEDs inside, but it was worth it to have it in the collection. And let's remove the batteries. It is a pity. Maybe I will get a solution to replace. Yes, I can open there and replace the LEDs with some decent LEDs, and then these will be perfect. And then these will be perfect. It is. I have some work for next parts. I will get rid of these on a later time. So let me do some spaces here for the two buildings, guys. Vintage buildings. The first one is this one. It is one of the best clock tower, and I already told you during my time at Peraga shop. It is from 2010, so 15, almost 16 years ago. Lemax still produced good looking buildings. I will open this because this is not a new building from this season, so someone may have already seen it or have it in their collection. But those buildings, especially because all the buildings in 2010 were pure porcelain, and this one too is pure porcelain, and the tradition dictated that pure porcelain. They have simply updated the plugin there, okay? They add, yes, the new USB adapter, that this one is the new USB adapter, but they included also the old connector if you want to use the old bulbs. This bulb here, this Moonlander here, has the hole there to get the new one connected to this one. But if by chance you need to replace it, you need to replace the Moonlander there with another one, an old one, you can get this adapter to work with simply no problems at all. I will not use this AC adapter. It is 4.5 volts. No, I will use my splitters and my adapters. But it is closed. No, it is open from the top there. And this is how good was Lemax at that time, okay? Porcelain, pure porcelain, 2010 porcelain, and it is a lighted building, guys. And it is a lighted building, so it means that it has LEDs inside. Or not. No, they are not inside. No, it is simple for the Moonlander there. Let me test the Moonlander. And another intelligent thing is 2010 Lemax did this porcelain building here, this tower building, this clock tower building, this there, with the same connector I'm using today. So the light bulb from the down, from the bottom, like that, and the LED making some, okay, I have some residual porcelain inside, maybe from all the holes they did here, because here they did some holes in the porcelain, so some residual porcelain
could have stayed inside, and now it is empty. But in this way, this building here is usable from each side. The clock is not real, I know, but I also know that all the four faces are identical, but this was a good example of how they should have continued to make buildings even nowadays. 2010, Lemax did this, and I will add it to my actual Christmas village, and I already have in mind a spot where to place it. But these two, it is pure Victorian. This season Lemax put on the market, as I told you, 3 or 4 sets having some old buildings into them. One is with Lucy's chocolate shop. One is with the station. One is with the house, and you have seen the set on the table while I was filming. And the other one that they sold out was with the Tannenbaum Christmas shop. So this is Tannenbaum clock tower, municipal clock tower, and this was the Tannenbaum Christmas shop. This is before Nora's Christmas boutique. It is from 2003. 22 years ago, Lemax produced this piece here. I wasn't really interested in the set because the figurines were not that adapted to the rest of my collection, and this is how they package this in 2003 without the band there, the elastic band. Some notice as always. Lemax, yes, with the original address from all Lemax department. So they use the same package, they use everything but obviously they added the new AC adapter inside, okay, and the new Moonlander there. But the building is the same from more than 20 years ago, with the sign there, the signpost, and this is, I think, at the same level as Lucy's chocolate shop. It is very elegant, it is pure Victorian, the stairs there, the bowed window, the micro signs inside, the micro scene inside. 2003 Lemax, and this is pure Victorian. This is how good, and painted, obviously, how good Lemax was 20 more years ago. Guys, even the quality, the painting quality, the paint job was better than today's, okay? This was fine art. So 2003 Tannenbaum Christmas shop. I know it is a step lower than Nora's Christmas boutique, but Nora Christmas boutique is from 2018, so almost 20 years after this one, okay? 15 years after this one. After this one was already no more on the market, but this one, it is there. The Christmas Tannenbaum shop, it is sign, it is a little bended towards the left. I don't care, this is unique. The tree there, it is similar to the one I modeled, etc. Not the bottle cleaner trees, but the resin tree. This is resin, this is porcelain. This is how good Really, really, if I have to say something, Lemax, please, I can get on my knees, but please return to this quality. This is the quality your buildings should have. And don't worry, people will continue to buy them, even if they aren't such full of color, even the new generation. Today at Peragas, almost no one was buying resin buildings from the newest collection. At a certain point, I had a delimitation. I had a little stand on the wall, and everything was on the left of that stand was porcelain. Everything from that stand towards the right was resin. The only thing was both in resin were the Santa's Wonderland pieces and the Carnival pieces and the Sugar and Spice pieces, buildings, etc. But concerning the porcelain building, everything was bought from this collection was from the porcelain side, so to the left of that stand, because people appreciated the porcelain. And the best buildings, this is Victorian, even the color. I was tempted to buy as I told you when I was at Peragas, the Viennese bakery, etc., and the music school. Okay, the music school. Those were pure porcelain buildings. Colorful, yes, blue, red, white, but that is not how buildings were made. And with simple modifying some of the geometry, you can get plenty of other buildings having this quality here, guys. This is pure quality. Maybe I can compare it to Nora's Christmas boutique. I don't know if I can reach Nora's Christmas boutique. Let me try. No, guys, sorry, I can't reach Nora's Christmas boutique right now because I made some work on the layout, but I can place it besides, guess what, Lucy's Chocolate Shop. This one is 1 year after. This one is from 2004, and this is a building that can be used from 1, 2, 3 sides, not the fourth one because you have the bulb, and 3 sides, completely different from one from the other, and this one too, but standard. And this side usable, this side usable, instead of having like nowadays just one side usable. This is how good was Lemax by then. By the way, this is not my original Lucy's Chocolate Shop. This is a spare one I have, because the good-looking buildings, if I can get hands on some spare parts, especially if I use them, I get. So this is the second one I own. And this one, I never use it. I simply keep it as a spare, simply because the red they used is a little too lighter, light red, compared to the one from the original set. But guys, Nora's Christmas boutique was of another quality, of another design 15 years later, but still good. Nowadays, no, they aren't. And I will try always to add some porcelain building from now on. I made an error buying 2 or 3 resin buildings for Caddington collection, not for Santa's Wonderland, but for Caddington collection. And no, guys, porcelain, yes, no from others. And okay, guys, pure Victorian, etc. So those two, this one will go back in this box because it is a spare one. So sorry if I insisted with this building here, guy, but it's not that I don't like anymore Lemax or Limax or Lemax or Lemax or Lemax in Italian. Is that if they decide to change once again the route they have chosen to abandon, they always be in my heart forever. But nowadays, with this quality here, how can I vote for it against other producers? If, okay, I'm repeating myself, if only some other brand was able to compete with Lemax, augmenting the quality. And those buildings there, they are not that expensive, even if porcelain. Maybe you are telling me, yes, Department 56 is a competitor, but it has such elevated prices. This is a problem with Lemax/Limax. The buildings they made are too expensive for what they are worth. Okay? These, I can show you my ticket. All this expense was 187. Maybe also because I got 20% off on all Lemax. Today was the 20% off, but without the 20% off, this one was 47.99, so 48 euros. This one was 38 euros. So they weren't that expensive. They weren't that expensive, okay? Yes, nowadays in the new collection you pay the novelty of the collection, and that's why. But if they can afford to sell it at 48 euros, also 48 USD, nowadays, gaining some money because everyone has to gain, Lemax, then Peraga, then the transporter, everyone has to, and they updated the package, guys. The building is still the same, but they updated the packages with the new icons there, okay, and but the here is still the same. So they haven't produced a new building; they are still the same. They simply change the package and the power cord attached to them. So let me compare this 2024 here with the one I have from my mother collection. Give me a second. So guys, let me compare the quality of a 2024 production with this item here, Kings Road cab. It is not exactly the same product, exactly the same, but it is similar. Don't ask me when my mother bought this, but while I'm let you see something new each time, you will understand how extended was and still is my mother collection. But the quality here, guys, this is from 1989, guys. It was my first year of college. Don't ask me how she get to have this one, because I don't really know, guys. This is from why I'm using it and why I I'm not that always inspired by using my models, because I don't like those items with those things there. Department 56, and this is all porcelain, guys, so I can't cut this in no matter what. It is impossible to cut this because it will break all the porcelain. But maybe they thought it was so fragile to have the horse like that, simply like that, and that's why they added the support that Lemax doesn't do that, okay? But 89, 24, okay, 24. So 24 years, more than 40 years. No, 40 years, 90, 34, 35 years. 35 years between one and the other. And obtaining this one in 1989, maybe she didn't acquire it in 1989, she acquired it lately, but I can remember having seen it on all the recent Christmas villages, and it is a cab like the one with a lady inside, and this is real quartz, so real quartz. This is metallic and it is rusted, guys. So imagine this as a pure vintage, more than vintage, so almost 40 years ago, let's say 40 years ago. It is 34, 35 years ago. But how good was Lemax by then? Even, not Lemax, this is Department 56, even with the faces that nowadays are better, but 1989 was that large and larger, like balloon faces that Department 56 had at some times. And this one, maybe I will need to repaint them somehow because I don't like white faces. Some work needed to be done very carefully, even the lady there. They didn't used to paint, but guys, made in Taiwan nowadays. It is from Heritage Village series, so Dickens series was not even there. This is from Heritage and Department 56 compared. Maybe the figurines are not at the same scale, but this is a simple carriage, a simple but I think the lady there and the two ladies are at the same scale, guys, okay? I can use both of them. The horses are almost. This one, it is a little stronger, a little bigger, but it has to pull a bigger cart. And this one, it is a pity for the base here too big. I will need to dig to have some space to use it. And Heritage Village accessory, Department 56, even with this original one. Nowadays it will be not anymore called accessory but table accent, and but it could scratch the table because those one are protected and maybe not. No, this one is not protected, but this is porcelain and it can scratch anything. It is wood, so if you have a table wood. So, but I wanted to compare these, even if it is not the intention of this video to let you see something different than what I bought, but I will add this one other piece from my mother collection to my 2025 Christmas village. And maybe I should do this, because I don't know why my mother did throw away the silica gel, but as this is porcelain, I will add a silica gel inside. And no, I don't buy them. It is all the silica gel I got from my 3D printing, and I kept them like that. But guys, once again, this is absolutely good quality, and not everything from Department 56, especially the figurines, add that awkward looking with the figurines. More recent figurines were too shiny and not porcelain, so that's why I don't buy them. This wine is not cartoonish. The figurines are not cartoonished, and it is good like that. So sorry if I shown you something I shouldn't have shown you. I will add this. Maybe this, as it is not porcelain, I can cut it. But right now I need to understand why they used such an awful meaning of getting these. I sincerely don't know how to close this one once again. It is from this side here, so I need to get this inside, I hope, then turn it, then close it, and it is closed, yes. You need to be an engineer to understand that. No, sorry guys, not true. But sometimes they make oddities instead of considering going ahead with more quality products. This one should be from this side here, like that. What else to say, guys? I don't know. Maybe I will show you this one with some other pieces from my mother collection I will have to add. And final words. My password from now on is porcelain. If not by adding new buildings, if they are at my disposal, I will try to add old buildings. Those one are vintage but recently made. That's why the package has been updated. So it's not that I bought some used items. It is new. It is fresh new, never used. They simply updated the package, guys. It's not like buying some pre-owned building from someone on some marketplace. Those one are brand new with the updated package. And I think that's all, guys. This was my annual trip to Peraga Christmas store, and this is 2025, and it is no more 7 p.m. It is almost 8 p.m. And it is still Saturday, the 11th of October 2025.